I'm training hard, and I heard retail was as tough as it gets. Sick merchant, whoa! I like your style, nice one. Whoa, nice one. I like your style, got it. Sweet, got it. I like you, okay then, see you around. You're like really cool.
we're late for class.
It's not my fault.
You were the one. Miss Megumi.
What were you children?
Tardiness won't be tolerated. That's...
Well, at least we finished the school statement.
Hey kids, how's your video game going? That's right, we're back again. Last time was not the end. And now there's a greater threat, so we better call some friends. There's a new final boss in town and some really bad guys. But fighting beside my BFF, we probably won't die. It's time for you to leave now. You're not welcome in this world. Pack your bags, you're getting evicted. That's right, we're back again. Last time was not the end. And now there's a greater threat, so we better call some friends. Hey kids, how's your video game going? That's right, we're back again. Last time was not the end. And now there's a greater threat, so we better call some friends. There's a new final boss. Hey kids, how's your video game going?
Hey, I got it working. Okay, now I'll put the mods back on. Sorry for all the Alt F4s. I'm modding the game right now. Should hopefully be the last one. Let's see. Let's see if that works, otherwise I know how to fix this. See if that does it. Takes too long to get into this game. There's too many logos. Just let me get in the game quick. Can't tell if it's working until I get in the gameplay. I should probably go after this cutscene, as this is making it take longer.
How's your video game going?
Let's see. Did that fix it? I did fix it. Nice. Hey, what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Merry Christmas. You feeling better? Hope so.
Hey, those chumps finally decided to show their faces again.
Testing out
We're
some
all
mods.
good money, make sure you don't get in the way
I just got
again.
back from working with the kiddies. How are things going?
Let's get to that mall, get our game, then get back here as fast as possible.
Can we maybe not do the fast part? My tummy doesn't feel so hot.
Yeah, mine either.
Hey, it's Kaori! Oh,
Should switch characters, because I played through the game with like three times with him. It's been okay. It's not exactly a high-paying job, but it helps me. I'm good at it, so it's something I should stick with. Helps me cope with my stuff. To help the people there, and the cats love me. That helps too, of course. Little weebs in training. They watch me play weeb trash like this. Especially the kittens. Kittens are already well trained. Good video games. No Fortnite. hear they got sued like 500 million because kids were doing microtransactions without knowing. It made it too easy to spend money on that game, and Epic's in trouble because of it. I find that hilarious. I'm surprised that hasn't happened sooner. I mean, from what I've been told, you can just like, you used to be able to just like push a button and spend money on the game. How many kids got grounded over that? Kid's not gonna understand the concept of like just pushing a button and buying shit online. Probably already made that money back. We got like Goku and Spider-Man and shit in there, Naruto. Who's not in there? You got Superman. You got the My Hero. What is that anime called? My Hero Academia. They're in there as well. My mom would have been pissed if I was born like 10 years ago or something. My mom would have been pissed if I had done that. Get like some Spider-Man skin or something and just charge it like 50 bucks to her card and not even know what I was doing. My mom would be furious. I'm glad I was born when I was. I have to deal with microtransaction drama. At least when I do microtransactions, it's on my own consent. I'm aware of what I'm doing. I'm not like on somebody else's credit card. I'm not on my mom's debit card, like buying loot
Even more than a
boxes.
typical weekend.
What's up, man?
Is it
Testing
Black
out some
Friday?
mods.
We're not going shopping right now. We're here for one video game, then back home.
Fashion doesn't just happen, you know. You have to work at it.
For now, try working and clobbering these henchmen with me.
Yeah, okay.
I feel bad for anybody who bought this physically. I feel very bad for them.
Please look around. Drop by anytime.
Don't buy this game physically. It's useless. Like, buying games physically is like more and more of a meme these days. Because they ship these games like half finished.
That thing? Fine. Whatever. Anything else? Later, losers.
So the base version that you could buy physically is running at 30 FPS, is missing a bunch of the content, is buggy. You can't even get 100%. That's the other thing. You can't even get 100%. I think right now, in their Discord, there's somebody who has the PS5 version. They're saying that the achievement for getting 100% is at 0.0. Now, obviously, this game is actually pretty hard to, probably pretty hard to platinum, because it's like not just beat the game. It's a lot of really cryptic shit. It's not even just unlocking everything. There's lots of really dumb stuff you had to do, like catch a weapon with another player and stuff. But the fact that it's at 0.0%, the game's been out for like almost a month. Like, you can't even get 100% right now. I think they did push a patch, but it means that the physical version is pointless. There's like no point to getting it at all. I think that's just going to be happening more and more. As games just don't come out. They don't come out functional anymore. They're always broken. Or if you're lucky, the game actually works, but they make it better later on. Shit, there's like 3 different versions of Battle for the Grid on physical. I think the only one that's good is the last one that has like Adam and Rita and stuff, and Candelira. All the other ones are pointless. You gotta download an update, and then you have to still buy the DLC. I don't know why they made so many physical versions of that game. They should have waited until they were done. If they're done with that game now, they should have put it out now. It's weird to be like, hey, there's like 3 different versions of this game physically, and all of them are useless except the last one, and even that one is still gonna have to download a patch.
Please, enter. We have only the finest goods until we meet again.
Everything should go my way. Matter of fact, I just might be God's gift to River.
Next stop, the video game store.
The video game store!
Look what's playing at the movie theater!
We really shouldn't.
Please.
Okay, next stop, a movie. Then, the video game store.
Yes!
That sexy guard cancel. Cancel out like the first frame.
Why do I suffer these fools? I'm suffering fools, don't you?
We meet again, huh?
Ew.
How's it going? I'm feeling good enough to stream, I guess. Not sure if I was gonna stream tonight.
Ooh, how about that? Oh, so that's how you want to play it? Take that. You're obviously cheating. Get away! Get away!
I wish this game did not copy
You messed with the wrong
Tails
family.
hit stun jank mechanics. It's not needed, okay? I get Tails is pretty influential, but like, just
Guess
make
we'll
it
find
so
out soon enough.
there's a limit to how many combos you can do. Don't just make it so they walk out randomly. That shit is immensely frustrating. I don't think the bosses in this game are all that bad. There's a couple shit bosses, but I mean, what action combo-based game or melee combat game does not have a bucket list of shit bosses? Can't really hold that against it. It's just that there's like no like formula when they get out. which just makes it feel like the combo system is mostly useless. We definitely could have taken a hint from Streets 4 or Jitsu Squad and have like either hit stun decay or an infinite prevention system. It would have made this a lot better, but it's kind of just like, yeah, you hit them and it's like a dice roll every time you push a button to hit them. Are they going to stay in the combo, or are they just going to randomly walk out like it's straight out of a Tales game? Very weird design decision. Most of them you can combo, but the hit stun is all over the place, so they just kind of pick and choose when they want to be comboed, which is not really that great. Looks like I'm only missing 2 accessories. It's looking pretty solid. I think there's only 2 more. Yeah, there's a mod for this. I have 2 mods on right now. 2 substantial mods anyway. I got the guard cancel mod and the mod to let you new game plus more than once. So I'm gonna try some of the other characters. I might actually record most of this run. Kind of like a Tales game. Do like probably some of the bosses, because some of them are pretty shitty. The influencer boss for one. It doesn't matter which character you fight with, because she's in hyper armor all the time. So I don't think you could do that kind of thing in this game. You could do like solo runs with each character. But there's a couple bosses I would honestly suggest people just skip. The helicopter and the influencer boss, the chick with the $500 phone and the Starbucks. She's in hyper armor all the time, so he doesn't even have a stagger animation or a hit stun animation. But the rest of the bosses, I think it would be pretty fun to do that. The problem is the save system in this is not great. It doesn't let you copy the save. You can't like refight bosses or anything. So you would essentially have to play through the game 6 times. I guess if you had PS Plus or you're on PC or Switch, you could probably copy paste your save, but I don't know, they should make it a little bit easier to do that. This game is lacking polish, but it's not bad. It's just the state that it's released in is really shitty. I feel bad for the Japanese folks that bought this, the physical version of this. That shit is useless. Running at like 30 FPS, there's like a fuck ton of input lag, and then all the bugs and stuff. Like, man, I would feel bad if I bought this physically. Pretty much the only thing that'll be actually useful for preservation is the Switch one, because you can dump it and you can get the update file separately, and then you'll have pretty much access to it forever. But other versions, I think they're pretty big meme. They're like ArcSys wanted to rush this game out for the holiday season. They probably had some deal with the manufacturer. We need this out now, even though it's not ready. PC version was still running at 30 FPS, and they were getting review bombed for it. They managed to fix it in less than a day, which is pretty commendable, but I feel bad for the console players. They're still stuck in the dark. Doesn't help that they decided to put this out like right when the holiday season starts. A lot harder to get patches through for console around this time, as there's like less people working there, obviously. A lot of bad decisions. The main thing I want added to this game is mostly just maybe like more accessories would be cool if they had like DLC like accessories, and then like an arcade mode or a roguelike mode, because the combat in this game is good, but the problem is you can only do New Game Plus once. You can't do it again. And then the free roam in this is nowhere near as in-depth as like an open world game. Obviously, all you can do is run around and and get secrets. There's no like random events or anything to make like the free roam actually fun. I think the best thing they could do is just like take these same rooms and just give you like hour-long roguelike level to go through. That would be pretty sick, actually.
Hello, children.
It's that Yakuza woman.
Try some other characters for a change. He's just my favorite, obviously. I like his design, his moveset is right up my alley. The bicycle kicks and shit. Totally feeling it. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that, that's the thing. She's probably going to be a lot weaker, because I haven't bought all the stuff on her. Let's try to figure out how to play another character for a change. I actually did back up my save before I did this. Yeah, I heard about that. Why doesn't it have it from the start? Like, what's with games doing that? Okay, you give me all these RPG mechanics and stuff that I can't ignore. I have to interact with them to beat the game, or at least clear all the content. And then you don't give me a new game plus. So by the time I get all that shit, there's no game left. I've played so many games like that. This one is like that, and it also isn't, because you can play the game again. You do get a new game plus. There actually are new game plus exclusive things that you can get. The problem is just that there's 6 characters. So even if you're playing with somebody you know, and you're switching characters between just 2, that's still 3 playthroughs, but the game only lets you do 1 without this mod. It's like, I don't get it, man. That shit should be in there from the start. Like, we haven't learned anything from Tales. That's like the one thing nobody can complain about in Tales, is that most of the time they have a pretty good new game plus, so you can actually mess with the game. What do they actually add to it? That's nice and all. It should be there from the start. Especially for like a single player game. Like, how many people are really gonna come back? This game, they got that right, but for some stupid reason, they have to patch in the ability to do it more than once, which is, like, really dumb. It shouldn't be this big ordeal to, like, just play a game as much as you want. But I had to install a mod to do this. Install a mod to play the game more. I don't even have any, like, cheats on or anything right now. I just wanted to play the game again. At least this game does have online, and in its defense, it does have that, so that helps to a degree. I don't know how good the netcode is. I heard it has rollback. A step in the right direction, at least. Not everybody's gonna like this game, just because the humor, the pixel art, and things like that, but beat 'em ups having actual not shit netcode is a pretty big deal. That's one of the things that really sucks about Street Spore, is the netcode is really bad. It's about as bad as trying to play like a fighting game. It's like bad netcode, or like somebody who's really far from you. I like that about Turtles as well. Turtles had like freaking amazing netcode. I didn't play it that much, but I did hop on a 6-player game, and I was surprised at how well it was holding up. Obviously, Turtles is nowhere near as execution heavy as Street Spore with like combos and cancels and stuff. The gameplay depth is like way less, but the netcode was still pretty good, and like nobody could complain about that at that game. I'm really harsh on that game, but the netcode was a step in the right direction. I think they were smart enough to realize that like people that want to play that probably are my age or even older. And if you even still have friends to play that with in the first place, a lot of them are going to be not living anywhere near you anymore. Be married with kids or moved out. I kind of want to try God of War again, but I just can't stand the cutscenes. I just don't like Kratos as a character. I can't stand him. I never really found him to be an appealing character at all. If there's a save where I could just skip the story, because I've already watched friends play through that game. Maybe I'll try that game tomorrow. At the same time, I like kind of don't care, because even if I did like it, they're not going to put that game on PC for like another year. I kind of felt that way about the FF7 remake as well. Like, I didn't like that game, obviously, but it's like I can always just give it another chance later. There's like no rush to play that game at all, because it's going to be a timed exclusive. They're not gonna put it on there anytime soon. Evil West? How is that game? I don't mind story, it's just when it's like God of War, that Final Fantasy remake, I get really annoyed. I'm like, alright, you can tell a story, but you don't have to make me fucking walk so slow. Like, I can't stand that. like, like, they don't want to actually make cutscenes for all that stuff. Because they just want you to walk slowly while the NPCs talk to you. It's like, no, just make the cutscenes so I can skip them. I heard that's one of the things that really sucks about 7 Remake. Even if you do like the story, if you're like really engrossed in it, I heard that's what really sucks about playing that game again. It's all the forced walking and shit. It takes too long to get into a fight, which is like pretty much the only reason to play that game again. it's a pretty linear. I'd say that's like barely a JRPG. I mean, I guess, in like the lightest definition of it is, but you can't really explore. You're pretty much on a set path all the time, and the game berates you if you try to go off the beaten path. Well, in my opinion, that's not really much of a new game plus to me, or a JRPG to me. The second one will have to be, though, because once you get out of the main city, there's going to be like, they're going to have to make it more open-ended. Yeah. I think despite Tales of Arise's flaws, it definitely is more of a JRPG than the Final Fantasy remake is. But of course, they have the Namco team had the benefit of making something from scratch. They're not having to remake something that came out like almost 30 years ago. But yeah, both of those games are disappointing in their own ways, but I think Arise is definitely more of a JRPG by far. A lot more replayable as well. The problem with Arise is just that it doesn't have much replay value, but if you do want to play it again, you want to do solos or challenge runs or whatever, you can skip like pretty much every cutscene. There's like barely any forced walking in that game. I think that's one thing they did very well. But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people talk about that though. The 7 remake is like torture to replay, because there's so many forced walking sections. Well, the next one's supposed to be current gen only, so they won't have an excuse for that kind of design anymore. I feel like their hands were kind of tied because they had to build the game around the base PS4 with like not even an SSD inside it, like a mechanical 5200 RPM hard drive. That's why a lot of that stuff, the God of War game is like that. Both of them are like that too. That's why he has to crawl around so much and slide through things all the time, because they had to make it for like decade-old hardware. It's pretty impressive it runs, how those games run on the base PS4, but it definitely hurts the game design for sure. That's what I'm most interested in seeing when this new gen like actually starts. Right now it's barely started. There's only a couple games that are exclusive that like don't have to worry about that. I'm curious if it's actually going to change things, or are we still going to get a lot of games like that? So it's obviously to like make the game seamless, but the problem with it is, if you don't care about the story, which is not that many people, it just sucks to not be able to play at your own pace. But the more concerning thing is that those games suck to play more than once. That's like the biggest problem with the 7 remake. They give you like a hard mode with new stuff, but it's hard to just get straight to a fight. You have to go through so much forced walking. It's a bummer. Even one of the guys at Sony was talking about that. It's that kind of stuff is like trying to mask load times has really hurt game design in a lot of ways. You have to limit how fast you can run, or the places that you can go, or how far you can see. They'll put like big buildings and shit, Or like, that's also one of the reasons why some games have like really slow-ass vehicles, where it feels like you could be like on a bike or like just an athletic person sprinting and be faster. A lot of that is because they're trying to mask load times. I think this next gen is going to be really good for gaming, just because there won't be a requirement to do shit like that anymore. I'm sure a lot of them still are, because they don't know how to make a game another way, but I think the fact that we won't have to do it is going to be pretty good for everybody. Can't turn off motion blur in this. Settings are really bare bones. I'd like to turn off the blur if I could. I'll look into Evil West, but I kind of got a backlog right now, so not really wanting to buy any full-priced games like that. That game does look pretty cool, though. I'll probably check it out eventually. Not right now. This game is pretty cool. I didn't like their first game at all. First game is like same universe as this, but it was like a really janky roguelike. You couldn't cancel out of animations. That game was actually pretty difficult too, but it didn't feel wasn't like Otherworld Legends or Dead Cells. It felt fair. It's mostly just like your character had the responsiveness of like a 2-ton weight, so you couldn't really get out of animations and stuff. But this one feels pretty good, and they made it into just a straight Metroidvania. There's no procedural generation or anything. I would love to play a roguelike like this, honestly, but I think they realized that that market's pretty crowded. Their first game actually did pretty well. I just don't think it was very good. I bought it. They gave me this one as a key, so that helped their case. Plus I bought the first one and it was honestly not very good. I want your game to be difficult, you need to make it feel like you have full control over the character. None of this being stuck in animations. It's weird how they like never patched that in either. This game they just kind of made it like that from the start. It feels way better. The boss fights are pretty good too. Honestly, pretty impressed. I guess they just decided instead of trying to fix the jank old game, just make a new game. Just not that bad. It was a really weird game. Honestly, think it made a lot of money because it's just anime girls. The actual game itself was not that great. This is Frontier Hunter, Ezra's Wheel of Fortune or something. Let's take this off. Also, they put this in early access with, like, hours of content, which is pretty commendable. That was a problem with Rogue Legacy 2, which is a lot like this game. like the worst thing about that game. Like, that game went on to sell really well, right? But playing that game at launch legit sucked, because they had, like, no content in the game at all. You could clear all the content in, like, 2 hours. And you had to wait months. These guys seem to have learned a lesson from those guys. You want people to believe in your product, you gotta have at least a couple hours of content. But the problem with Rogue Legacy versus this is that it had a lot of... that game has a lot of grinding. But you had to wait for them to actually add the stuff to grind for. You're like waiting forever for that. Apparently they're like halfway done with this game, like they've been working on it for a while. It wasn't they didn't just like dump a bunch of characters in the world and just $20 for it, which is pretty commendable. I've played my fair share of early access games like this that could turn out to be good in the long run, but they have like a really embarrassing like start and launch as like barely anything. I don't think early access is inherently bad. It's just that a lot of people take advantage of it. Like, they don't actually have the money to make the game. They don't have the money to make the game, so they're, like, praying that it'll catch on. They have enough to, like, actually finish. These guys have been working on this for a while, I heard. The press release had said they've been on it for a while. Which is pretty cool. think worst early access game I played recently was Rogue Legacy 2. That was just, like, you could tell they had been working on it for a while, but they banked too much on the name. Like having like an actual known name for an indie game is a pretty big thing, but people were still pissed. You know, they only had like one boss in the game, and like maybe 2 to 4 hours of content, depending on how quickly you went through it. At least they admitted it. You know, they said that they didn't do the start of their early access very well. Once they got a couple updates, the game was worth buying. I don't know, $20 for like 3 hours of content. And like a lot of grinding that you couldn't even do because the game wasn't finished. It's a little steep. There's also a couple early access games I bought that they didn't even finish. They didn't even finish the game, they took the money and ran. There was that one game I covered on here, I won't mention the name of it, but that shit was a total scam. Couldn't get my money back either. And he updated the game like once. Great early access. Yeah, you had never had any intention of actually finishing the game. Just trying to make a quick buck off people. Shameful. I saw that game on mobile recently. Maybe they like actually did finish it, but they only did on mobile. Which doesn't excuse their actions. Paid like $20 for that stupid game. They didn't finish it. Man, the animes are doing stealth. Anime stealth. It looks super generic. I guess that's why they were able to make this game, though. Generic anime girls can make you a lot of money, even if the game itself is not very good. Luckily, this game is much better. Some actual solid gameplay. Isake! Probably should have bought more pots, huh? That attack looks really weird. I keep getting caught by that. Oops. How far back am I? Yeah, we could do that without heals. It's not too bad. It's that weird, like, jump that it does was really hard for me to read. It's a good boss fight, though. Let's try that again with no heals, because going back to town, and I had to go, like, all the way back there. Probably get hit a bunch of times on the way, too. I'm supposed to be a character that can parry. I'll probably like the boss fights more once I can do that. Skip the cutscene. Cease. He has another health bar? How many health bars did he have? You don't need to give him this much health. A little excessive. Alright. Why do they have like 4 health bars? At least the attacks change, but like, I can't tell how much health they have. You don't need to give them that much health. He proved his point. It's just making it more annoying to do this without healing, because the boss fight is too long. Why does it need like 12 health bars? I already want to reset, because I got hit by that. I don't know what it is with games, it's just give them 18 health bars. I can't like reset the game either. Can't soft reset in this? No, I want to go back. Annoying. Why do they have, like, that much health? It's an insane amount of health. Make the boss fight shorter and make them, like, more dangerous. Don't just make them HP sponges. No reason for this thing to have this much health. It's better than most HP sponge bosses. At least it's still skill-based, but, like, come on. Proven I can dodge the attacks. It's just a battle of attrition. I'm probably going to grind for a better weapon. Like, not really wanting to do that, though. I'll give this another couple tries. I'll go back and craft a weapon or something. Need to give them this much health. If you only had the one fucking health bar instead of like 300, this would be a lot more fun. No, you gotta sit through all this loading. Just give him like 2 health bars tops, not 4. It's just making it so I have to grind and not be frustrated because I make one mistake and then it's not worth continuing. It's not worth continuing because the boss fight is too long. Too much health. It's not a hard boss, it just gets frustrating because you want to do it faster because it just has too much health. It's like ways to make things harder than just give them too much HP. It's a problem in so many games. Like, challenge me, sure, but don't make me get exhausted. We'll say that. Say that about this boss. It's not a bad boss, just overstays his welcome a little bit. Having more attacks than just one for the entire thing is something a lot of bigger games don't do. I'll give it that much. That chick with the boots is doing like way more damage. Maybe I need to use her. Oops. Probably just me not wanting to grind. It's not a hard boss. I don't really get the need to make him have so much health. This chick seems to be doing like way more damage. Let's see, what do we got here? Probably just do the boss with her, and then have the main chick as the backup. It's going a lot faster when I use her. I'm being stubborn, I want to do this with no heals. So I actually do like this boss fight. Maybe not the pacing of it. The boss fight itself is pretty good. I like to do stuff like this with no heals. I don't like how you, if you dash jump, you can't air dash. That's something that they should fix. That's getting me hit a lot. The character doesn't do what you tell him to sometimes. Like, nah, I'm just gonna let myself get a boot to the face. I'm not gonna cancel like you're telling me to. I can't move! What the hell? Early access. Dude, I would have just Alt F4'd this game if that happened when the boss was almost dead. Luckily, that was just a weird jank bug. Characters like T-posed. Wow. Can you not do that again, please? Alright. You good now? I need to have soft reset in this. Just restart the boss fight. Whoa, that was jank. What happened there? He went to do the lunge. The lunge you have to dodge the same direction as him. If you try to dodge back, your iframes run out. That time he did it in place. That was some very weird jank. It's not supposed to do that. That's alright, I'm having fun. For early access, this game is pretty solid. I definitely question how he was able to, I'm pretty sure it was not intended for him to do that. I'll give this another couple tries, and I'm probably just gonna go get a better weapons. I've already figured out the boss fight. I'm just getting hit by weird stuff. I don't really want to go, Wait, isn't there like a special attack in this game? Are you see. Let me see. Combat instruction. Ultimate move. How do I do that again? Okay, that'll speed things up a little bit. Can always go back and save. Don't know how to do that. Bastard. A little stiff there. Couldn't cancel. Definitely dislike that. Can't dash and then air dash. You can only do one or the other. It's unfair. Too much cooldown. This chick does like no damage. I hate that! Why can't you jump and dash? That's so stupid. If this lolly dies, then the other chick is useless. She does like no damage. I need to make the combat more responsive. Why doesn't the character do what I tell them to do? None of this arbitrary, they just don't dash. Feels like the game wants you to, but you can't. Like, pushing the button like crazy, she doesn't do it. Just stands there. I mean, this is a game from people that didn't have animation canceling in their first game, so maybe they'll fix it later. That's the only thing I'm not liking about these boss fights. It's like really random times when you can't cancel into stuff. chick does like shit damage. God damn it. Yeah, I'm starting to get annoyed at this game. Cancel when I tell you to. Be able to cancel at any frame. No arbitrary restrictions. A lot of times I jump, and the chick doesn't dash. She just refuses to. The only thing making this hard. You get stuck. If I jump, it's like jumping in a fighting game. It's a big risk. Don't I get a jump and an air dash? Or a dash jump and an air dash? Spirit, you only get one or the other. Mega Man restriction. Because you can't do that in Mega Man X either. I'm committed to doing this without healing. I'm just getting really annoyed when he does that big attack and I'm too slow to get away from it. You only get one dash and it has a long-ass cooldown. Just let me be fast. See, that's what I hate! Why doesn't the chick dash when I tell her to? Come on! Like, played a responsive action game before? It doesn't tell you that you can't do that either. Like, look at this. She won't... I'm like, you hear me mashing the button. If I do a dash jump, which gives you more momentum like Mega Man, you can't do it again. It takes like 2 seconds to do it for some reason. Weird, unnecessary stiffness. A chick should just be able to cancel out of everything all the time. I feel like it's not luck, but it's really frustrating when he does that attack. My character won't do what I tell her to do. Feel a lot better if you could cancel out of that. This boss didn't have so much fucking health, it would be so frustrating. Five health bars for some reason. Guess they just want you to spam heals, but I don't want to do that. Come on! As soon as you jump, you're just like a sitting duck. Why is the dash so slow? Just wish more games are like Assault Spy or PGR, just... any frame in the animation, just push a button and you cancel. This feels a lot more fair than this. I can't get away fast enough, the character's too slow. chick do no damage. The other chick does like 5 times the damage. I think we're just gonna get another weapon. This is needlessly frustrating because the stiffness of the character. There's no like just dodge or anything either. I feel like all the characters should have a parry. It feels really unfair when he does that attack, that like tail whip. And if I'm stuck in the jump, I can't get away fast enough. But if I've already dashed, the dash is still in cooldown, and the chick won't respond to my button presses. It's just annoying at this point. Fair. Oh, just hyper armor through that, why don't you? And the chick is too fucking slow to just... Yeah, this game still needs some work. At least give me a just dodge or a counter or something. If you're gonna make the character so slow. Arbitrary long-ass cooldown on everything. Tell the chick to push the button, she doesn't do it. Push the dodge button, just stands there. Sucks. I'll get this without healing, though. This won't feel satisfying for a good reason, though. Just like stuff you just can't cancel out of. Like that. How did that hit me? Clearly dashed through it. Probably just making this harder on myself by not healing. I don't know if this boss fight is worth this. A little bit unfair. When he starts doing those lightning attacks, you're just like not really fast, responsive enough to get away from it. It's like a roll of the dice. Unless there's some kind of mechanic I'm missing. Damn it. They make this game more responsive. I don't see the reason for the long cooldowns, especially when the game doesn't even tell you. That's the worst part. You know, there's plenty of great games out there that have cooldowns, but they have the decency to tell you what they are. You just kind of just have to guess, and it gets really aggravating when you push the button to dodge the attack and you know that you did it, but there's this like just nonsensical cooldown tied to it. Be totally fine with like less dodge iframes, but like no cooldown, or at least less. I don't know if I want to do this mob like this on the other bosses. Sometimes it just feels like I'm fighting the character's controls. Fair. I dash through it. Probably. I'm too used to doing stuff like this without grinding, though. That part's my fault. That's not the game's fault. Like that time it dodged. That time it works. I'm just gonna have to jump from that attack, though. It's inconsistent. Continuing that. Probably if I dashed in front of him, his claw probably would have still hit me. Give this another couple tries. I'm starting to get frustrated, and it's not even the boss's fault. It's the character not doing what I want them to do. This game probably gets a lot better once you get the chick that can parry. Maybe I'll just record the bosses after this. Feels like it's designed for that, but it's not a universal mechanic. I think only that chick can parry. That's unfair. I dodged that. I call bullshit, game. That is not my fault. And I can't air dash after that either. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. It's like Prey doesn't do it. Jank. I call bullshit there. Unfair. Come on, die! I got no more patience for you. Fucking die! What the hell, man? It's so frustrating. It's like not even the boss. It's the unresponsive character. Can we, like, get away from characters not doing what you fucking tell them to do? It's just aggravating. How do I parry? Maybe there is a parry I'm missing. He didn't like give me any instructions with that game. I'm looking to see what I'm supposed to do. As soon as he goes into that PMS mode, it gets really frustrating. Yeah, when do I get a parry? I don't feel like playing that anymore. It's starting to really get me tilted. Is anyone even still watching? Probably not. Yeah, that game has promise, but it's just not fun when you feel like you die because the character doesn't do what you tell them to do, which is exactly the same problem with Tales of Arise. You can't cancel out of stuff in that game. I'm not feeling like modding over that anymore. Maybe there's something I'm missing. They gave me like barely any instructions with this at all, so let me try looking up some videos really quick. Maybe there is like a parry or something. Because when he goes into those lightning attacks, I feel like a sitting duck because the chick does not cancel when you tell her to. It's like, dude, the game can still be challenging. It can still be challenging if the character is responsive. I don't know why games are so scared to just let you... The character just... You push the button and they do what you tell them to do. I think PGR has proven that you can have permanent hyper armor and it's fine. The game is still hard. There's lots of really frustrating content in that game. The thing is that it's optional and it still feels like it's your fault. Well, they really struck a good balance with that, but that game I was just playing, it's really stupid to have a cooldown on the dash that's like 2 seconds, but you can't even physically see it. So a lot of times you push the button and it's in cooldown, so you just take damage. It's pretty dumb. But yeah, I don't think that boss deserves to be beaten with no heals. It's one of those bosses where it's not a bad boss. It's actually a good boss fight, to be fair. It's just, it phase changes at the end, and it doesn't feel like... Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I can't cancel out of anything. I can't parry, there's no just dodge, so I just kind of get stuck there. I'm trying to find... There's one guy I subscribe to that is playing that game too. Let me see if he's got that fight. Oh, this chick that can parry looks way better. Yeah, I think I'll probably just go back into that and just heal past it. Yeah, this guy is saying only one character can parry.